baby. Looks like the bulls are out of their cage today. We got the Treasury, the new Treasury, the United States, bullish on Bitcoin. What the hell is going on? We had a slightly bearish pattern this morning. Made me hold off on the charts, and then boom, Bitcoin starts taking off. We are messing around. Looks like we're eyeing all-time highs. Let's not get too ahead of ourselves. We're going to take a good look at some levels I'm just being wary of for the time being. We're getting hot. We're getting heavy. We got some huge altcoin news here today. Apparently, it's illegal to fart into your phone and send a message to your ex or your ex-boyfriend. You know, all the things that are going on in the world. Plus, this plane crash. What the hell happened with this Black Hawk hitting a commercial airliner?
Dude, I don't know. That was insane.
Nuts. Very nuts. We're going to look at that. You know, I want you guys' opinion. Was this purpose?
Yes.
What the hell's
Of course it was.
And the Senate confirmation hearings for Kash Patel and Tulsi Gabbard going on right now. The Senate up in arms over these two badasses taking control of major three-letter organizations here in the United States. Welcome on to the Blockchain Basement. Got my boy Isaac on the sticks.
Yes, sir.
Dangerous
Ready to be
man.
Here. Very dangerous. Zach
man.
Nasty, be ready.
Oh, my God. And welcome into the chat here. Let me get these off. I always like having these on. These have like music in them. It kind of gets me amped up, ready to go.
That's kind of cool.
What do we got here? Diesel, Sack Nasty. You better watch out, buddy. Nicole Ministator Sufficient Enough. Nick Dunn, Papa Gooth, Leash Waked, Veteran Crypto, Cody, Naughty Ways, Objectively Real Reality, Objectively, Katie Solana, Mads and Lizzie and Dion Greg, and so many more. Now, when Brianna gets in here, I'm sending her straight to the FedEx office. Get that hoodie out to Corey, because that's just got to happen.
Ooh, Jiggle Nuts is in here.
Oh, Jiggle Nuts
Jiggle
too?
Nuts is in here. What's up, Jiggle Nuts?
Whoa, man. Hey, there's Corey. Also, I think that was a lip dinner I was taking out of my lip. But you know who else apparently might be zinning? Check this out. This is Robert F. Kennedy. So he's just listening to the lady. She's yapping. He's trying to pay attention to her. He's like, you know what? I need some nicotine. Bam. Punches it right into his face.
Upper decky.
Upper decked it. And he's a zinner. He's a zinner.
It's kind of based.
Is that they're gonna call that sinner, right? Isn't that kind of close to I'm gonna put one in right now here. Crypto Polo, good to see you. Now, the first and foremost thing I want to start off with is that yesterday was very hairy. Now, in general, the charts are like, man, we're going up, but there was a very violent wick during the further conversation of what Jerome Powell said. Yesterday was absolutely nuts. Here's the hourly time frame, and this is the larger kind of scope of what I'm looking at for Bitcoin. Is we are now flirting with breaking back up. This is $109,900 right there at the top of that wick. Very short-lived wick, but nice to see that we're playing with this upper range bound. There will be some headwinds here at about $106,900, right under 107. But the larger volume nodes, me for my next entry point, I just, for my next long to put in, I'll be obviously keeping a stop loss, but I'm looking for about 104.9. And then the next larger volume node, little shelf that I see is at 102.6 right now. Where does liquidity live? Currently sitting, this is a 12-hour on Binance, and we know Binance loves washing us away. People are in disbelief. Look at that. We just refreshed that. The shorts are hammering in. They're coming in hot. The shorts can't believe that Bitcoin keeps moving up to the upside. Right? This is the traditional finance just in shock and awe of what Bitcoin's doing here. I'll scoot this a little bit over.
It's going to be a short squeeze to the moon.
Dude, I mean, it's definitely possible. And we do have a big pile here. What do we got? About $90 million. Honestly, about $150 million if it breaks down to 104.3. So, I'm being a little cautious right now, just on the leverage trading side, but I, am very, very interested in getting in another long. Yesterday was absolutely awesome. Made like 50% on the trade. And your guys' advice, I mean, it was great. I got out of the trade, and then the price wicked down to where my stop loss and profit would have been anyways. So it washed me out and then kept going to my day, because I said we're going 105 yesterday. Yeah. We made it to 105, but it washed out in between now and then. So super crazy times. Now we did see this. And if you aren't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel here. What are we at? 70,008 I think we're at 70,800 now.
Indeed,
Did we get another
are.
100 subs?
Indeed, we did.
Bam, baby!
that.
Look at us. It feels good.
It feels amazing.
It feels good, man. Yeah, make sure you're subscribed and become a member. It's like $1.25 a week. Support us. Isaac will buy more knives. We are going to buy that AR. I think we have to buy that AR.
It's kind of a must at this point.
Yeah, and where's Brianna? When Brianna comes in, I got that sweatshirt set aside. Isaac's turning into the hit merch department, apparently.
Please don't make me do it, Drew. Please don't. I don't want to do it.
Well, like all these people come in and start ordering shirts now. It's like we haven't even like. Should I shield it so that you get overloaded with orders, Isaac?
No, because I will off myself on live.
Yeah, I mean we got to get the store up and running back again. You know, I mean we can tell.
Remember that?
Yeah, Brianna. It's gonna happen now. Isaac does need emoji.
Dude,
Emoji does. Let's check out the portfolio here. What do we got? Top winner, Parse IQ. God, that wife and her Parse IQ. My wife. This Parse IQ thing, alien base, not at 20 cents. Once again, I mean, this has got a long way to go before I start feeling good, but it is up 14% on the day. That's great. Aerodrome back above $1, $1.11. One of the top gainers, kind of in the larger market caps, 104 size of market cap. I got to pull this over so you can. Yeah, Aerodrome is number 104. So Ondo coming in 12% up. That's nice. This is nice to see Aerodrome, Ondo, Injective, and Chainlink moving because these are actually like pretty large size pieces of my portfolio. So it's good to see these all around 10%. If Chainlink moves 10% in a day, even though it's not the top gainer, I am a very happy person. So Robert Russo dropping the super chat here. Hey guys, just wanted your take on Render after DeepSeek. It is my largest position and I want to hold. What do you think? Robert Russo, let's talk about it. Because the back end of this title today, I went through all the people, and I haven't responded to everyone specifically, but all the people that have not next in crypto yet, right? And I say yet because you're gonna, right? But you got to stay based. You got to stay focused. Now let's look at Render. Because you got something here. There's a little bit of shakeup. DeepSeek came out, able to do some AI systems that were a little competitive to ChatGPT. And holy cow, Big Hands Dan coming and dropping in memberships. Oh God, yeah. Big Hands Dan. Have you ever met Big Hands Dan?
I don't think I have.
He literally has gigantic hands. He's a very good person. So shout out to you. Thank you for dropping the memberships, brother. Now, Render. What do we got? $3.1 billion market cap. It's number 45. Okay, so we're ticking. Actually, I mean, it's losing a little bit of size share in terms of market cap compared to the rest of the market.
Mm-hmm.
I got out at $10. And, you know, it hasn't even, I mean, really, you see this $10 is kind of like this middle finger right here. A lot of people are waiting for this thing. Let's really dig into Render here. Number 45. So it's an AI token that actually is, you know, has an actual utility to render AI imagery together. And it's got these kind of loose-ended, you know, talking points of partnerships with Apple or, you know, the larger Apple infrastructure. So it does have that going for it. This is so crazy. Look at that. The release, so bullish. It's at like $7.90 all the way back down. The insiders sell off. Everyone gives up on it. And then boom, it pumped. This is the March pump. And this is right around the NVIDIA conference of March. The thing is March for 2025, I think Render and actual AI projects are going to be very pumpy, you know, and Near will have a degree of pump. I think if Near can be speaking at the NVIDIA conference, that'd be great. But I talked about it. There's a lot of actual AI projects like Render, not just AI compatible, that can really shine in the AI sector. So we hit a $13 price point, $13.80. Right now, we're at a $3.1 billion market cap. We got just about the entire supply out. Okay. And number 45. So let's think here. So in terms of, and I do think that we're going to have strong velocity in altcoins this year. I know it's been painful. I feel it. We see the Cabal members posting their screenshots of making $1 billion off a $5 investment every single damn day. And I don't look at those things. I'm going to highlight these Cabal assholes today, of course, in the later part of the show. But we see the same velocity of increase in altcoins this cycle as we did last cycle. I feel like the top 30 to 20 projects, they're going to be landing in that I think it's about like 30 to 50 billion dollar market cap. I think so. I think that's the general range. So, we're looking at Render. If it holds its position at number 45, that should be bringing it honestly to like the 10 bill, 15 bill market cap. And I'm doing this conservatively. So let's just do some math here. If it can hold its position and we have the guts to hold this thing into the juice of the bull market, let's see what that would look like in terms of price. Go to Coin Perspective. Don't know why it pre-populated Nano. And this is honestly like a very conservative price target, like $15 billion for Render when it's currently at a 3. And we're about to see NVIDIA conference roll out, David Sachs, and all this hype about AI coming to play. I feel like I'm underselling its outlook by saying $15 billion. So we might have to adjust that a little bit. But here is 15 bill. That brings it to just under a 4x or $30 a unit. And this is a hyper conservative estimate.
Yeah.
Because I think Render will be able to keep the mind share. And I think that this is, a $15 billion outlook for Render to peak at in this cycle is actually kind of underselling it. Mm-hmm. More so, I could see it more reasonable that it hits around the $30 level, which is given damn near that 10x level. This is a 9x. Tangibly, I could see Render hitting the $30 billion market cap this cycle. That's almost a 10x right there. The title of this show, and I want to get into this because I know a lot of people click just based on titles. How you get a 10x is by having absolute conviction and a little bit of stubbornness sprinkled in there, but with just an overall kind of based expectation of what the market cap can do if it holds its position. Not you can't base your expectations on a project of it just ticking and beating up everything else that's in front of it in terms of market cap. You need to focus on what would it look like if it held its position and the market just does what it does every 4-year cycle. So there's that. But that's actually not a bad outlook for Render. About $60 a unit, $30 billion market cap, just under a 10x right there. But how you do it, you got to be stubborn, you got to be positioned, and you have to know when to take profit. That's the other part of this is a lot of people are going to make 10x's, probably even 20x's, and they're not going to have the guts to pull the trigger and take the profits out, right? A wife helps in that situation, Indeed. Especially for me. She does, because, I'm like sad that I take the profits. She's like, dude. And yes, I did a lot of shifting. Like I got out of Bitcoin at 30K, put it all into Chainlink at $5, but my overall buy on Chainlink's like now $3.90. And we're sitting here playing around at $25 a unit, right? So it's actually got a better velocity to the upside than even Bitcoin since that move. But you have to move aggressively. And you have to have ideas of what's going to change your life. How much money do you need to actually add to your life with what you're investing into to pull the trigger? So, oh man, we got a lot of portfolios coming in here. Mr. B wants me to look at Aerodrome. I probably should, because Aerodrome's still sitting here hovering around $1, but it's still got an absolute lock on the amount of CBBTC that's coming through it.
It's slowly my third biggest bag now too. So
is it really?
It's getting close.
And it's one of the ones that's like more clear. It's in that same realm of like Drift. I even have a Reich Now tagged me again. I like Reich Now for some reason. I like the profile, the person. I know it's a real person behind the profile.
Yeah.
Not giving AI off. He is not giving AI vibes. But let's get into the Bitcoin stuff. This is Scott Bessent, the incoming Treasury Secretary, talking about Bitcoin. Let's see what we got in store for Bitcoin this cycle, folks.
I've been excited about the president's embrace of crypto, and I think it fits very well with the Republican Party, the ethos of crypto's about freedom, and the crypto economy is here to stay. The Democrats are running from it because they're trying to wash off the stench of Sam Bankman-Fried and his family's donations to the Democratic Party. So they're willing to take down a whole industry because of bad behavior on their part, bad behavior one actor. And I think that everything's on the table with Bitcoin.
Everything is on the table with Bitcoin, coming from the incoming Treasury Secretary.
It's beautiful.
Do people understand the implications of what this guy's saying right now? Like, I'm doing analysis on like the markets that we've seen in the past. What the people that are coming in to actually run the U.S. government are saying brings a much different scenario. I'm going to continue to do my assessments of the market expectation just on history past, but this time actually does literally look different. Why are they talking about me wearing Gucci?
I have no
Let me
idea.
see here. Someone tell Josh threw shade on Drew's tracksuit as a financial waste of profits. Do I wear tracksuits?
No, I've never seen you once wear tracksuits.
I don't even own any tracksuits.
Yeah.
And are they talking about the Gucci's tracksuits?
I don't know, dude.
Because I would completely agree with that. I think Gucci is a total waste of big waste of money. Yeah, that's interesting. Please clarify. And Drew, are we still on for jogging after the show? I have my ETH Kitten windbreaker on today. What is he talking about?
You are banned!
Get out of my face.
Oh man, with
Get
ultimate power comes ultimate corruption, right?
Yeah.
Now, moving on. President of the European Central Bank, Christine Lagarde, confident Bitcoin will never enter the reserves in the European Union. Not a great look for European countries. And I was talking to some people that were building projects in Europe yesterday. They were building this metaverse gaming thing out of was it Spain?
Yeah.
And they have something very, very key to say to me yesterday, because we really divulged into this. We talked about Germany being forced to essentially dump their Bitcoin. They didn't do it by choice. It's just how their law was designed. Changing things to be bullish about crypto in the European Union is going much, much slower than it is here in the United States.
Indeed.
Kind of crazy to think about just America, Russia, and China thinking much quicker on their feet as far as being a crypto superpower, right?
Mm-hmm.
European Union looking to rug itself out of this. We talked about the central bank in the Czech Republic that we said yesterday it was confirmed, because I'm a future teller. I'm not trying to brag or nothing.
No.
But, we just tell the future to you literally. And everyone thought, like, what are you making a title? And central bank didn't confirm it. Here you go. Czech Republic. Central bank approves the proposal to consider investing Bitcoin as a reserved asset. We told you here first, folks. We told you here first. So there's that. Good thing we're ahead of the news. Now this guy, Gabriel, this guy has a crazy story to think about when it comes to your relationship with banks as you become a crypto maxi.
My wife opened up an email today from Wells Fargo. You have $0 in your checking account. Deposit now to not get any overdraft fees. Now, my wife was a little confused. I had money in there yesterday. What happened? She opened up her Wells Fargo app. And what does it say? Boom! Your account has been levied by the state of New York. The money is gone. Where did it go? I don't know. She calls up the Bureau. She calls up the IRS. She calls up the state. Where's the money? Oh,
he looks so fucking unhinged right here. This is where things end up. We'll continue on, Gabe.
The wife of Gabrielle, thank you for calling. You actually didn't pay taxes in 2017. You owe $10,000, and we've added another $20,000 in interest. And we're taking it today. But here's the problem. My wife didn't even live in New York in 2017. She didn't even live in the fucking United States.
Dude, this guy is going off the deep end, and I'm here for it. But, with that, there is a degree to think about. Finding a crypto-friendly bank going to be pretty damn important, especially if we're here in the basement. We are heavily overexposed to crypto.
Indeed.
At large, the average person in here is well in the know on crypto. And the bags are going to continue to grow. So you must protect your ass and your assets on a cold storage device. We have a link down in the description for this fantastic, beautiful, one-of-a-kind on Drew's desk cold storage device from Arculus. Code BASE10, you get 10% off. And just make sure that the bank can't rug you out of your Bitcoin. Because you have to keep in mind, there is no stopping Bitcoin transactions when you really boil down to it. Let's go here. I'll show you how. Let's just say you get rugged by the banks because you became stupid rich in crypto. But you got Bitcoin on a cold storage device. You go here, JM Bullion. You go here to the gold. You go to the, let's say you want a kilo gold bar, right? Just click that bad boy right there. And I don't have a partnership with these, but I love what they've been doing for years. They've been doing this. And I did do it. It works. Gold assay card and everything came to my house. Look at this. Look at that. For a small upcharge, you can send crypto directly. Now, 1 kilo of Valcambi cast gold bar with the assay card comes to you for $93,250 in Bitcoin. Now, this is pretty important when it comes to where this market is going. And Bitcoin's design of like all these, the Treasury being bullish on it, all these massive financial systems now wanting to adopt Bitcoin. We have to remember what happened in the 1930s. The government came to take your gold. Okay. The government came to take your gold in the 1930s. Now, with that being said, the outlook for how bullish the system is becoming on Bitcoin and, you know, this proof of value is leading me to believe that Bitcoin will actually become so valuable to governments that they will come seize it, or they will attempt to come seize it at a point. So, with that being said, keep your stuff safe. Now, we do see this news. Mario dropped this. Visa has joined forces with X Payments. Visa and X Payments set to be a total game changer. Send cash instantly, link your debit card, and transfer straight to your bank. Smooth, fast, and effortless. Now, very, very interesting when we think about the future of what Elon Musk is building out on X Payments, because there's been a lot of speculation that he actually is going to integrate cryptocurrency into this. So if Visa is integrating it, and then it's crypto, you can take a payment in crypto on X and then get it instantaneously sent to your bank.
Mm-hmm.
People are going to like that.
Indeed.
People are going to like that quite a bit. Now, I do have to address something. Catch 'em all said something I should do. Bring back Druth episodes.
Interesting.
So Druth episodes, I know that they are probably the most conspiratorial things. Like the Druth episodes are where I go to essentially unleash all the hell within my mind on how nefarious things actually are. I probably should do it. Catch them all. I think we have topped off, waiting for that 20K retracement that PJ said. PJ said a lot of things that were very true, though. Like Coinbase taking over Ethereum. What do we see happen with Base? Right?
Exactly.
What do we see happen with Base? And then BlackRock controlling the market. Hey, what do you know? We are here. We're there. So, yes, BJ called for a major pullback, but he also said some pretty incredible things that actually came true. So you just gotta take risks to call out things like that. Now Grayscale has officially launched on the traditional finance side Bitcoin mining ETFs. It's going to be under ticker MNRS, listed on the New York Stock Exchange, ARCA, providing investment exposure to global Bitcoin mining companies. This is something actually pretty damn cool for the average person that doesn't want to have, the insane volatility. It's like they always have that conversation in the gold rush. It wasn't the gold miners that got rich. It was the guys selling the shovels, right? I can see that same frame of thought being transferred over to traditional market investors looking at these Bitcoin mining companies that, really are setting the stage for financial control for the next 100 years. So it would give you more XP talking in case you have to take over the Druth again. What is he talking about?
If you go up a tiny bit over
8:30
here,
EM
8:30
Eastern Standard broadcast
Time.
need to come back. You don't even show up till like 10 o'clock.
That's not true at all. I was here at 9:01 today. Okay, and I'm usually not here till 9:30.
Plainly said it'd be impossible for Isaac to do a show at 8:30 in the morning because he'd have to wake up at 7:30.
Unless I did it at home.
Yeah? But then you'd be late getting into the office. And plus, the 8:30, that's the trading hour. That's when I do all my trades.
That's fair.
If we did the 8:30, that would just be live trades. You know what? We should, though. Honestly, we should.
Why not?
Right?
I start waking up earlier anyways.
I know. I'm up hella early in the morning. We should start selling Bitcoin shovels. That's not a bad idea. And on the trading stuff, I mean, I did the live trade and the closing yesterday on the show. But I've been missing putting them in the Discord. I think we are in the background building up a concise trading signals channel. I don't know if it's going to be on Discord. I don't know if it's going to be on Telegram.
It's Telegram.
It's Telegram?
Indeed.
Okay. So there might be big changes on where we're dropping all that alpha. But that's also where we got to do all of our DeFi Llama deep dives, the warnings from the TVLs changing, and all that stuff within projects in a concise, kind of insider form. You know what I'm saying? Because if the vaping cabal is going to have insiders, we might as well make our own insider form.
And make them better than theirs.
Yeah. Now, Senator Loomis talks about one of the first orders of business for the administration will be to hold public hearings on the strategic Bitcoin reserve. Get your longs ready for this shit. I'm telling you, when they start talking about a Senate hearing over what a Bitcoin reserve would actually look like, holy cow. That is going to be some really fun price action. So I'm excited for that. I do expect to see this year. And like I said 100 times before, I don't think we're going to be actively buying Bitcoin in 2025, but we are going to lay out the groundwork for Scott Bessent at the Secretary of Treasury position to set up the Treasury to actually hold and buy Bitcoin. Plan is buy 200,000 Bitcoin
Annually
per year
for 5 years.
That's a lot of Bitcoin.
Million Bitcoin in 5 years.
That's a lot of Bitcoin. That's a lot of cheese. Now let's see here. I like reading your guys' comments. Believes Bitcoin shovels are the miners, right? Yes, fade and trad by. Veteran, not diversifying is for people who end up losing everything. True. Anyone got any open positions? Matt B, no open positions right now. Like I showed at the beginning of the show, I'm waiting for a little bit of calm. I think that we'll try out essentially hitting one of these volume nodes. Oh my God, we got the volume node right now. 104.9. Okay, hold on. Live. If we just hit this volume node, it's kind of the first thing I look for. Let's go trading view. Love seeing this on the 15-minute. Allow whatever. Go to 15-minute. All right, and this is the Vu Manchu Cypher B here. Okay, so we just hit a strong volume node. Below this blue line is the larger Fibonacci sequence. You see a lot of build out. This previous shelf here is where a large part of that volume node was created. Let's see here. So we are starting to see the momentum wave move to the downside. The upper movement of the trigger wave within this definitely could try out right around to get to the bottom end and create another juicy green dot like this one that you see here. We would have to see a move probably down to like 104.7. Brianna.
103.5.
You think 103.5?
Yeah, so I'm close to that.
Brianna, welcome. I got a sweatshirt I need you to take to FedEx after the show. Okay, we got a homie in chat. We're sending a sweatshirt. This sweatshirt has caused so much drama. Oh my God.
Yes, I know, dude. Some of it makes me like happy.
Like reading the amount of drama that sweatshirt has created it makes me feel like I'm behind someone that's like live checking lottery tickets at a gas station. It gives me the same vibe. So we're going to get to that. And honestly, I'm just going to grab some random. You're going to send a couple things out. Okay. Now, Michael Saylor released framework for the USA to make $81 trillion for the United States government by establishing this Bitcoin strategic reserve on the long-term outlook. Absolutely crazy. And this is a, multi-decade.
We're good. We're not good. Chat. We still
Did we die?
I don't know.
I don't know if we're still alive.
We're
What
live.
was that?
I don't know.
Did you touch something?
I didn't touch anything, dude. I've been sitting still, and our computer just like shut off for
Bro.
a second. Dude, it shut off twice on me. What the frick?
Holy cow.
I almost had a heart attack live on air.
All right. So an $81 trillion Bitcoin plan. This is over multiple decades, but honestly, like it is a way to move our financial system into, something that has a little bit more staying power. In my opinion, I think that Bitcoin is going to outpace fiat currency here in the United States. And it's actually pretty intelligent for them to be looking at this. Is it the NSA?
I don't know. We're
Was that
going to
the
get
NSA?
rugged by the feds.
Wow, that was crazy cool. I mean, that was kind of exciting. I thought
Dude,
the aliens were here.
Both the TVs just shut off.
I was like
The
gonna go
computers-
grab my AR and put my armor on and my gas mask just in case.
I was about to like go completely full blackout
Yeah.
with my machete. And just
Oh
hide
yeah,
in
we got a
corner.
super chat here.
Oh,
What's
we
the super
did.
chat?
Let me pull this up.
Yeah, pull us up before we freeze again. Unbelievable.
What is going on with my?
Is it not working?
It's not letting me scroll up on that chat.
Oh, it's not. All right, don't pull this up. I'm gonna go in here. I will find your super chat.
It's from Nicole Miss Tater here saying
Okay.
Happy B-Day, Deadwood.
It's Deadwood's
It's
birthday.
Deadwood's birthday.
Holy
apparently, today.
shit, you
Happy
guys.
friggin' birthday.
Yeah, man. Deadwood's a real one too. He is out there just he slings on that. I mean, he can put up some drywall. I'll
Yeah,
tell you
indeed.
what. He shamed me when I was doing the drywall on my house. I was all proud of like one room I got done during a day. He like posted a picture of, here's the building I did today. It was like, oh my God.
Happy
Unbelievable.
birthday.
You are banned.
What?
That's my little gift to you, Deadwood. You get banned for a minute.
Oh my
Happy
God.
birthday.
Jeez Louise, man. These are rough out here. Now, Michael Saylor has also been featured on the latest cover of Forbes magazine as the Bitcoin alchemist. Is this the man that turns the tide on fiat currency forever by orange pilling the economic superpower of the world into hammering into Bitcoin and, basically doing away with fiat currency? If they do this over the next 100 years, we'll see fiat currency disappear because Bitcoin and its scarce value and its proof of power, energy spent, is going to be a much more tangible backing for fiat currency. That's a pretty crazy thing to see. So now we got the confirmation hearings going off, but Senator Warnock, Georgia,
Interesting.
caught lying in front of the world trying to pull RFK Jr. statements on the CDC out of context. Now, Warnock, someone that leads here in Georgia, was also, more importantly, brought up through Nicole Shanahan. And boy, does she regret ever helping Mr. Warnock get into the position he has now. The only reason that you're in the seat is because I sent a massive financial support to Shirley Sherrod C4 to mobilize rural Georgia during the 2020 runoff. I'll be correcting that massive mistake ASAP. You're awful. This is the Democrat Party truly falling apart. And I won't be surprised to see if we have an effective third party by the next election. Something that'd be interesting to think about is if we see a combination of like RFK run for president with maybe like JD Vance with RFK as a vice president, something like that. We might see kind of like this hybrid, black sheep of both parties turn into a third party and be pretty effective over the next 4 years here. Now we have RFK Jr. scaring the hell out of Elizabeth Warren. Let's have a listen to what she's got to say.
His answers are he intends to continue to make money off his anti-vax position. Look, he says he won't go to work for drug companies because the American people have a right to know that the decisions made while he is Secretary of HHS are only for the good of the American people. And yet, he wants to keep a piece of the action on every one of these anti-vax lawsuits.
So there's so much money to be made in anti-vax lawsuits, but there's no money to be made in the military-industrial complex that makes sure people stay sick and injects them with questionable therapeutic drugs, right? She's so insane. She's talking about RFK going to make a bunch of money out of lawsuits while completely ignoring the amount of money that the medical industrial complex makes off of keeping people sick through poisoning them through their food and through injections. This is where the Druth episode needs to come into play here.
Yeah, indeed.
Because my blood's starting to boil and I was about to go into the Rothschilds and all of them in the early 1900s and even in the 1800s and then usury there within. But I'm going to stop here because I'm going to save those for the black side. Okay. The black side needs to come in. I feel it in my bones. I feel it in my bones. Now, JD Vance, Trump screwed him over with the Diet Coke button. Now, let's have a listen to this. Trump is just messing with people in the White House already.
He screwed with me about that, actually.
Did he really?
Yeah, no, so we're just mid-conversation. I think we were with Senator Thune and Speaker Johnson, and he has this sort of beautiful ornate wooden box on his desk with a red button, and he presses it.
Yeah.
And he just kind of looks over at me, and I'm like, "Sir, is that did something bad just happened?"
Yeah.
And he's like, "No, I just ordered a Diet Coke."
That's what it is. It's the Diet Coke red button, and it comes running in. Then I'll ask you, would you like one?
Yeah, exactly.
That is incredible. A big red button that you press and a Diet Coke shows up. We need to have one of these here.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah, indeed.
What and what would
Giant red
come?
button.
Maybe a pre-workout or something?
Yeah, or like ammo.
Ammo?
Like candy ammo.
Yeah. Okay. Or those candy cigarettes. Shout out
Yeah.
to candy cigarettes, man.
Also,
Those are unsung heroes.
Papa Gooth. Isaac has a poon button for the ladies. It's nice and orange.
Oh, man. Isaac comes in every morning, and he's the reply guy. He's getting in there.
I'm getting deep in there.
He's getting in there. Shout out to him. Shout out to the hustle. You know?
You got to.
You got to hustle. Now, Trump has signed the Laken-Riley law act into law, it looks like, in Washington, D.C. Proposed bill to strengthen immigration enforcement by mandating the detention and deportation of undocumented immigrants who commit crimes in the United States. Named after Laken-Riley, a 22-year-old nursing student who was violently killed here in Georgia, allegedly by an undocumented immigrant. The bill aims to prevent similar tragedies from happening in the future. So, as it is signed into law, President Trump, this marks a major shift in immigration policy. I've talked about it just slightly yesterday. I can't share the pictures of what I've been sent, but this shit's going down. This shit is going down. There is, and you know that the Department of Justice knew where all of these gang members, these Venezuelans, and all the rest of them were. It's like, it felt like the Department of Justice was just not interested in handling it until now. And we do have Kash Patel coming in. He's in the confirmation hearings right now. They're doing everything they can to discredit Kash Patel. It ain't working. And I am very, very excited to see Kash really put things to work here. So this is very odd. Something happened last night. Listen to ATC audio of American 5342 as Reagan Tower cleared them to land. So the plane gets cleared to land and advising PAT-25 helicopter to watch for traffic. And then the alarm hits the tower as they watch the collision unfold. Both aircraft fall into the river. This is the visual of what we're talking about here. That's the explosion. And here's just a little bit slowed down version of that. You can see very low to the ground. And I do believe it was coming in for a landing. There's a lot of questions being asked about why they would veer straight into the helicopter. Why would they veer straight into the airplane? My wife said one of the most important things to me right as she saw this, who was on that plane?
Yeah.
Right. What if there was someone really important that was integral to, say the deep state falling apart or being dismantled? Drew, candy cigarettes are just chalk with some mint and sugar, but they were delicious, Kate. Have you ever had a candy cigarette?
It's been a long time, but yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Thank you for the super chat. Thoughts on VVV token? Got at 14. Run or ride the lightning? Me, I'm riding the lightning. I am riding the lightning. Now, for VVV, that large airdrop and the sell-off, something pretty average to see. I don't think Voorhees is just going to let it go quietly into the night. And a lot of these, big names, they're not the kind of like vape cabal assholes who will just let something rug and then go on to the next thing. So I think VVV is going to have its day to shine. It just ain't today. It just ain't today. Venice token. I'm calling it penis token all morning. This thing has been causing me pain. I'm down like 30% on the entry or something like that. But at large, this is where it launched at about $200 million in backing originally. You get the airdrop, hit everyone's wallets. And I didn't even get any airdrops for my aerodrome.
Did you really?
No. Coinbase got them all, right? And even if you had we stake here at the company, we do the liquidity pool stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It was like in transition where it perfectly missed qualifying for the airdrop. So a little bit aggravating on that side. Not going to lie, a little bit of aggravation. But at large, you know what I mean? I think that this is just the airdrop sell-off that we're seeing. It is trying to bounce off 200 milli. I'm riding the lightning. I feel better trying to take a shot at making an ass load of money with this. And this is in the few $100 million sector. If it goes, up to, the $5-10 billion mark, that's a much bigger gain for me.
Yeah.
So this is one of those extreme high risk, high reward scenarios. And I talked about at the beginning of the show, how do you find 10Xs? Got to take risks. Kind of what it's all about. So now climate change has been halted in LA County. Climate change has been arrested again in LA County. This is Climate Change, his name. And this is just a slew of arsonists being arrested, trying to continue the fires in California.
Interesting.
And honestly, like a few of these people have been arrested. They had like UN funded debit cards on them. A lot of really questionable material has been found on the arsonists that are in LA being caught starting these fires. Honestly, it's a pretty convenient conversation point for Democrats. How could you deny climate? Look at all the fires that our assets are starting in your forests.
I'm sorry, your Democrats are causing them.
Jesus. Senor Climate Change. Now, 25-year-old woman is facing possible jail time after pleading guilty in the United Kingdom in its first ever cyber farting case.
Nice.
Accused of sending numerous videos of herself farting to her boyfriend's ex, causing distress and anxiety. A very, very sad situation here. Very sad situation. But
Sad? What
Fartcoin,
the fuck?
look at this.
Oh, it pumped.
30%.
The higher continued to rise.
30%. This is why we can't have nice things.
Never.
Right. The first ever cyber farting case rolls out, and Fartcoin pumps up by 30%. On the 7 days, still down. Was at $1.50 just 7 days ago. It's got a lot of ground to make up. This, I hate to say this, looks like a W pattern. This damn coin is going to come up back up to its all-time high and break it. And I hate everything about what I just said. I hate it. It looks like it's going to do it. Just from a TA perspective, it's absolutely crazy. Would you mind taking a look at Caspa? Sure. We'll take a look at Caspa. Caspa, this is one. It's a proof of work coin. It seems to be magnetized to this 13-cent range. It is 10% up on the day. Take a look at it. You got higher lows in general, so that's a great sign. Because a lot of people were jumping ship when they saw this break. I think we even saw as low as like 9 cents at a point on this. It doesn't show it on CoinMarketCap, but we absolutely did. Now, this is where I get kind of worried. You have a lower low built in here. Can't quite see that. Let's go a little bit lower. So a lower low on that last sell-off. This is nice to see it holding support here. It's losing a little bit of mind share. It's losing a little bit of that hyper bullishness that it had. Let's go to the larger time frames on this. When I really look at this, honestly, not that bad. Honestly, not that bad. It's, Caspa, it's probably still got some upside to it. I don't think it's going to go die. The Caspa mining has become much more difficult for the pleb of the world to do. But, Caspa, it's at like a 3.4 billion. All the supplies out, so it's not going to fall into inflationary sickness. This is a very large, painful shelf over the past year, right? So over this year, had a lot of people find out about Caspa. Like, Nick was all about mining it a long time ago. He was mining it like here. And then it went absolutely ballistic. It's okay to see things jackknife and create a big, scary shelf after a run up. I mean, this thing ran up from like a fraction of a cent up to 10 cents in a very, very short amount of time. You're going to have a lot of profit taking. Let's see here. Trump's move to buy, move, good or bad buy. Movement in the World Liberty 5 portfolio. World Liberty 5 buying movement. Let's look at movement. And thank you for the super chat, Fade and Trad 5. Appreciate you. Move. Let's go in here. Because in general, like fading what's in World Liberty 5's wallet is not a bad play in general. You can't go wrong doing that. Mm-hmm. This is a nice pullback. So on the day, that's a good pullback. It's a shelf on the week. And that's a cup and handle on the month. Okay. So this actually looks.
What's the ecosystem?
What's
Base?
that?
Is it on base?
It's on Ethereum. I'm sure it's available on Base though as well. Let's see here. Let's go to the website. Movement. Website's giving me autism already. So the Movement Foundation is driving force behind the Movement ecosystem. Yada, yada, yada. Cutting edge layer 2 solution.
Oh, Lord.
But it is a way around Ethereum.
True.
We see things like this be used. And they're going to use it big time at World Liberty Fi. That's why they're stacking all this Ethereum. It's not so they can go pay a bunch of gas fees in Ethereum to and from on their transactions. Built using Move VM, designed to provide developers with a powerful, efficient, scalable platform for next-gen DeFi. This is probably going to be a DeFi play from World Liberty Fi. Pretty much. That's actually what I see here. Now, let's see if it is available on Base. Let's do a little bit of snooping around on here. Because that's the next question. Can I get it for pennies on the transaction?
Indeed.
Morgan Powell bringing up Jasmine is up 41%.
Jeez, I'm gonna take a look
It
at
is
that.
crime season. If Jasmine is up 41%, it is crime season. Now, let's see. Go to deck screener. Pop this bad boy in.
Jesus.
What?
So for the 41%, it's just up only.
Let me see this.
Here, I'll
Pull
pull
it
it
up.
up here in a second. Momentarily, if I could find my
Punching.
my desktops. I gotta fix that real quick. Just keep
Dude,
going,
I
guys.
might be careful around your desktop, honestly.
Yeah, I'm not gonna touch anything.
I would probably be pretty careful on that. I don't know what was going on with your thing there, but at large, what I could see, this layer 2, you know, seeing World Liberty Fi stack move, stacking ETH, or stacking wrapped Bitcoin, stacking Link for the Oracle side of it, right? And they're stacking Ondo for the RWA exposure. Move actually might be something that'll be pretty surprising. This contract address straight up on Ethereum. It looks like I would be a bet man because it's on Uniswap. You know, it's hard to believe that it wouldn't be available on Base as well. Let's see. Because that's like literally my next question on this. Trust wallet. We're going to have to find this out.
Yeah.
Isaac, this is our after show activity.
Because I will not touch it if it's on Ethereum itself.
Right. And ENA, Fade and TradFi, Athena as well. And Athena and Ondo are like their RWA plays so far. Chainlink, a little bit, you know, connected in there, but also for the Oracle side of it. Movement, this might be and just from a basic TA standpoint, this looks like a cup and handle. And, you know, you're probably going to be visiting. It's not much of a move. Honestly, if you're looking at it on the yearly time frame up to $1.17, like, wow. You know, was that 40 or 50% from where it's at right now? But $1.8 billion market cap. It's at number 62. And looking for a 10x, we're going to have to be playing around in the top 50 on down. You know, we're going to have to be playing at this point in the cycle. We have to be looking at things that are not already in the top 10, you know, top 20. And things in the top 10, we're going to probably see like 5x. Top 20, you know, that's where you can get more of like the up to 10x action. If we want, you know, 10x like giga moves, we're going to have to be looking deeper into these. Like, you know, the top 50 starts with Athena, then Radium, Celestia. Celestia is painful. Oh my God. Oh my God. Crypto Cody bringing in his chaos.
Gigabrain.
Gigabrain.
Jesus.
Are we going in? Fine. We're going in. We're going in. See, and this is what happens. I get all the support and I love the support. And I gotta check out what you guys want me to look at. You know what I mean?
Gigabrain.
Gigabrain. Let's see. Gigabrain by Virtuals. On Base. $4.8 million market cap. Okay, Cody. So actually, it kind of looks like a Venus token.
Yeah, it kind of does.
It kind of does. You got the starting point, like original, like $500,000 funding. It's found its floor at $3 million. Very, very low market cap. Honestly, when you're playing around, this is how we're talking about like 10x's. This is how you can be psychotic enough to find like a 50 or 100x, but extreme risk, right? Extreme risk, especially when you get down here into like the few $1 million market cap size. It's by Virtuals. It looks like it's an AI agent on Base. And we do have something about AI agents on base that actually might be a pretty big catalyst here. We got to run through the rest of these stories to get to the altcoins. We're getting distracted here. How much time do we have left?
Do we have 3? We have 8 minutes.
God.
Jeez.
Time flies, man.
We don't get through these stories, but it's okay because we're here to talk to the chat. Listen to what the chat wants to see.
My God. All right.
Like
So
Gigabrain.
Ross Ulbricht lost $12 million on Pump Fun last night.
Sucks to suck.
Oh, God.
Don't go on Pump.fun, you dumbass. It's
Well,
Pump.fun.
He was trying to add liquidity, bro. Look, someone who has access to a wallet just accidentally nuked the price of a pump fun coin sent to him. This is the Ross coin, while trying to provide liquidity on Radium. So he was trying to provide liquidity to the meme coin they made about him. Okay, it wasn't him YOLOing into some deep pick because he initialized the liquidity pool at the wrong price. And this is where the chaos of handling liquidity pools comes into play, right? And I simply, I was going to add to Aerodrome, and I looked at how much I have to be swapping over and shit. Keeping up with the show, my kids and everything, don't have time. Do not have time. $1.5 million of the token, 5% of the supply, was instantly taken by a MEV bot. Oh, my God. Then sold into the existing pool. Then he did it again and lost another $10.5 million. Or
Results on him.
35% of the supply.
Shouldn't have done it again.
Oh, my God. Just so brutal. Gold Bar Menendez, facing jail time, gets 11 years for bribery. So ex-Senator Bob Menendez, who took a bunch of bribes in gold, has been sentenced, broke down in court, begging for leniency, but was sentenced to 11 years in the pen for gold bar bribery scheme. The first U.S. senator ever convicted of acting as a foreign agent. Menendez sold his power for gold, cash, a Mercedes-Benz, and luxury perks in exchange for favors from Egypt and Qatar. So this guy, have fun in the pen. Honestly, probably could have been convicted 20 years ago. Here we are. Good to see. And on the news, gold broke its all-time high. Gold surges past its all-time high. I think it's around like $2,900 a unit right now for gold.
Close.
Gold is telling us something. That inflation will come roaring back. The monsters of the monetary system know it. And gold is absolutely going to be smashing. Gold is going to continue up. It's not going to move at the same rate up as crypto or Bitcoin, but it is signaling that they are locking in. Now, what do we got here? Jasmine up 42% now.
Yeah,
Really?
but if you look at the all-time chart, I
Well-
was almost puked.
Yeah, I mean, the all-time has got to be scary. The scariest part about Jasmine is never the graph, it's the website.
That's fair.
It's the website that is the scariest part of this project. 41% on the day, maybe some wash trading by Chinese whales, but on the year, it's honestly not that scary. The all-time is probably what you oh my, this looks like Casper or ICP or something like that.
Maybe Casper.
Let's go to the website just to show people why I'm so bothered by this.
Ooh.
Actually, well, it's gotten better, but it looks so basic, right?
You can't even hardly read those words.
I know. Like, didn't you think the location? Oh, it started moving.
Oh, shit.
Oh, my God. Have we got upgrades going on here?
Still can't read the words.
Yeah, true.
No.
They're trying here. They got, for some reason, this weird warehouse in the middle of China tagged on this maps. So that's probably like, we should go actually like find out what this building looks like on Google Earth. They got representative director Kunataka Yo Money Ando Katsasuma Sato Hiroshi Harada Takashi Hagarara. I'm not touching the tempo pool. I mean, it is nice that they're doxed or whatever, but I can't do it. Like, for a project that has a $1.6 billion market cap, I would expect a little bit more of
3 cents.
this just
And more utility.
well, I mean,
or
it's not
utility
really
at
about
all.
it's just about like looking good. Like, can it you at least look good? Like, why do you have Google Maps here right under like this preloaded, edited? You know, this is something that I could go get this on a thumbnail for like 50 cents. So, you know, I would just want a little bit more out of the website than that. It's always felt a little weird. Now, moving on link. This is what Isaac's setup is at home. We finally have a visual.
Exactly. That's exactly, except for the toilet. I have to install that toilet still.
This is the setup.
Yeah.
And you know what? I told you, when I go pee, that's when the price pumps. This is how I can avoid that problem, Isaac. Okay. Now, an AI chip play is losing momentum. Ethereum sentiment very, very low. Bitcoin still hot. And Coinbase Duck thinks this is the perfect time for Base to continue its growth and momentum and defy gravity. That probably plays into that damn project we just looked at for Crypto Cody, right? AI agent on Base.
Yeah. Give a brain.
Ethereum down bad, but it's trying out like $3,200. It's trying to avoid going back down to 2,000 some odd dollars. That would be terrifying for Ethereum holders. Now, veteran crypto. It is Japan. He's correct. Japan. Did I say China?
You did say China, but I don't blame you.
Mistakes were made. BlackRock-backed Securitize integrated with Solana. Look at you, Isaac.
Ooh, check that out, guys. Solana going back up to $400.
Boom. Well, it's never been there, but I think you're right.
It's going there. It's been there in another life, in another universe.
You saw it in your dreams. It's a future premonition.
Exactly.
Solana is going to expand tokenized real-world assets. So Solana trying to get some of that RWA action. Probably not going to be able to take too much mind share of RWAs from Solana, though. Now, Chainlink Sergi came out with a very, very excited look, talking about the inevitability of crypto.
At the end of the day, the only choice that banks and fintechs and all these people will have is adopting all this. That's it. That'll be the only choice. It'll be that, or that's it. Or all your business will go to people that have adopted this. That's the simple reality of the internet, of mobile phones, of video conferencing, of all these technologies. It's just the simple. There's no. It gets to a point where nobody's even going to say maybe we don't want to do this. When 60 of their users come or 60 of their biggest clients come and say, "Can you custody Bitcoin for me?" Guess what they do? They buy custody solutions.
There it is. When all of their people want it, when the Secretary of the Treasury starts talking bullish on Bitcoin, when they start having Senate hearings about the Bitcoin Reserve Act, these banks will have no choice but to lean in. And then the fools that allow banks to hold their Bitcoin might get rugged by the government. Okay, they might seize the Bitcoin at a point. I'm just saying, we are seeing things happen well before they become mainstream, and self-custody's king for what's coming. Jerome Powell, in Benjamin Cowan's words, quantitative tightening will continue until Ethereum goes home. Very brutal comments. And he was just trolling, right? Like, we saw the comments. I mean, Bitcoin just ripped. But here's what he's talking about. Quantitative tightening. This is within the Federal Reserve's press release from yesterday. The committee will continue reducing its holdings of Treasury securities and agency debt and agency mortgage-backed securities. They're tightening up a little bit. There is no sign of immediate quantitative easing, but Bitcoin didn't care. Now we're sitting here playing around 105. Where are we at in terms of price right now? Is it time? What are we? 105.1. Trying to bounce a little bit here. See if we got the not yet. Not yet. Honestly, I am being enticed for seeing it bounce off this little shelf here. I'm being enticed. We got the momentum wave coming back to the downside, looking a little juicy, because I want to find this rip. I think that we're going to be able to at least bonk our heads on the roof of $109,900 here in, the next few days. So getting positioned ahead of that move, because it can come at you quick. Now we have all the scam up and down bullshit out of the way from the Federal Reserve meeting and stuff like that. It's a much calmer environment to put trades in. SEC also moved closer to a decision on Canary's Litecoin ETF, asking for public comments. Told you guys not to fade Litecoin. Everyone makes fun of Litecoin because it's so old. It actually is very cheap to use and very fast. Very proven project. Up 15% on the day at $130. This is why I do not fade Litecoin. It's got higher lows the whole damn time. It's a solid proof of work project and higher highs over the course of multiple bull markets. Okay. So it's been around for a long time, very proven. And honestly, it's a much steadier up into the right type of graph than most projects out there. So there you go. Now, Also, this needs to be talked about. This jelly my belly bullshit. Everyone's like, oh my God, you got to get it. They're all telling me about it this morning. Here's what happened. 20 influencers coincidentally got sub $3 million market cap entry points on Jelly Belly. And 71% of the supply was bundled. You guys are being lied to. This is from Imperator. Love this account. Every influencer got sub $5 million entries on this Jelly My Belly token from just trenching. Right. Sure. If the 71% was bundled and 10% was grabbed by early KOL buyers, the rest of us have zero chance at winning big money in this game. It's rigged, blatantly rigged. Seems to be the direction the market's moving, though. This literally is the most aggravating thing for me to deal with every single day. I come in and see the next 24-hour money laundering scheme from the vape cabal. And everyone's like, why didn't you buy that? Because I'm not plugged into these insider trading groups. And I refuse to ever do so. I cannot do it. I will feel horrible. I wouldn't be able to come up here and talk to people that I love because I know in the background that I'm on the inside buying this thing. And I'm going to come in and chill it, right? It's the most disgusting shit I've ever seen. And it makes me wonder how these fuckers can sleep at night. But here they are. The vape cabal continues. Now, with that being said, I am paying attention to this guy, Nikita Beer. This dude, I think he might be getting ready to drop a contract address. So I turned the notifications on. I don't think he's dropped it yet. Hence why I'm showing it on the show before it even happens. And he's done some interesting things. So I was reading into his profile here. He's released an app called Death Clock.
Interesting.
An AI-powered longevity app that's been he's been advising on for the last 6 months. Health apps notoriously difficult to grow. And this death app or Death Clock app is actually probably going to have a pretty big interest. They needed shareable moment that made a more valuable proposition for that's tangible for users. So they did something audacious. They added a survey that predicted your death date and projected what you would look like as you age. People would download this thing just for this.
Yeah,
right?
Dude, you're cursing yourself if you give yourself a time you're gonna die.
Doesn't it remind you of Death Note, the movie?
Indeed.
Or the show?
The show.
Yeah. But I am keeping an eye out. Maybe the ticker will be like Death Clock or, some Death Note ticker. I am paying attention for this. If I do see him drop the contract address, I'm going to be immediately in and immediately out of the damn project, probably within the hour's time frame.
20 minutes.
So, yeah, 20 minutes. And then I can be one of those sad stories where, oh my God, you made $200, but it could have been worth $1 billion, blah, blah, blah. But I am watching that account. So there you go. It's at Nikki Tabier.
Nikita Beer.
Nikita Beer. So I'm watching that account right now. Real Donald Trump is going to accept Trump meme coin for merch via Solana Pay on his website. That's an interesting move. A little bit of utility given. Let's see here. Grift is stinking up the rest of my bags. What is grift? Why would why? Okay. There's a meme coin or an altcoin called grift.
Apparently.
Wouldn't you have some red flags going off when you're buying that token?
Possibly.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
A long-term hold? No, I don't think grift is a long-term hold. All right. AIXPT giving us some data on Plume. Plume's been moving up nicely. 180 protocols have integrated with it. Carlyle with a 447 billion assets under management and PIMCO with a $2 trillion assets under management have joined the party. $25 million ecosystem fund deploying into Plume. Where is Plume right now? Let's see here. Because this would be one of my basic DCAs. And Plume's one of those that's very low market cap, which seeing it integrated so heavily. Number 3,059 in terms of market cap right now. But this is because it's not aggregating the actual market cap data on it right now. Let's go to Dex Screener, see if we can get a little bit more concise look at where the market cap is sitting right now for Plume. Because in general, it's having 10, 20% days. So the market cap, 341 milli right now. Fully diluted valuation of 1.7 billion. Liquidity sitting at 1.6 million. But a very, very nice, very easy to spot bullish chart pattern for Plume. Good on being integrated with Ondo. Got Paul Atkins coming in. There's going to be a lot of speculation around these RWA plays for sure. So Plume's looking pretty good. It's got some big backers coming in. I feel like this is exactly what people do when they're going through Deck Screener, though, looking for the next big meme.
I don't know what it is, but you have got it.
That's it. That's what people do. They see the next big thing in their mind. It's only $5. They pass up the $1,000 project. They pass up the $850 project. They look at the 5 and then they go back to it. You are it. You know what? And I've seen some of those work out. Most of them don't, though. Most of them don't.
Sad.
Now, right now, Drew, what are your thoughts on VeChain? Can you look at it on the show and give me a price prediction? Sounds like Reich now is thinking about full porting into Drift. Okay.
Yeah.
So let's look at Drift first of all.
I've drift pilled people.
Drift pilled. It's trying to hit that dollar mark again. That's great. It's up 5, maybe 6% on the day, but a lot of work to do. Just at $1.40. And at large, I was looking for it to just generally be able to bounce off this 85-cent mark here. It is looking like a pretty damn good entry point. Now let's compare this to VeChain. VeChain. This is supposed to be like the supply chain disruptor, the blockchain of supply chains. It's up more than Drift on the day, up 12.4%.
Shit to me.
$3.4 billion market cap. Most of the tokens are out by now. That's great. It is trying to bounce. This is a shelf. Okay, so this is a shelf. It was down to 1.9 cents, pumped up damn near 4x in a very short amount of time. Comes back down. All the sell-offs happen. And this is its historical shelf right at about 3 to 5 cents. I can see is a pretty clear shelf on VeChain. Let's see if it's struggling from that inflationary sickness I had to go through, which is no longer there. VeChain is number 38. This is a tough one for me.
I want to see the DeFi Llama side.
Yeah, let's do that because this one's a tough one.
Because Drift is definitely more risky because it's in the $200 million market cap, where VeChain's in the $3 billion market cap.
Yeah,
and there's still tokens that come out for Drift when there's not that many for VeChain either. So high risk, high reward. You'll still probably have upside on VeChain, but not as much as you would
VeChain has
on
the risk
Drift.
of being like played out though too.
Yeah,
from yesteryear. It didn't fall too sick from inflationary pressures. Let's go to DeFi Llama. Let's check it out here. This is a tough call for me because honestly, that VeChain overall chart did not look that bad. So, like Drift has got like the Solana ecosystem going for it and all those other things. Absolutely. Let's see where VeChain's locked value is sitting right now in comparison to price. And I probably got to close this Jasmy website. It's probably was locking me up. All right, here we go. So VeChain, will you work? Got to get it to pull up. Here we go. All right. So VeChain price compared to TVL. Okay. This is pretty clear. Okay.
Which one's the TVL? What are the colors?
The TVL, the total value locked, is in the blue.
Oh. Yeah.
And the price is way disconnected from the TVL.
Jesus.
So I am terrified. If I were holding VeChain, looking at this graph right here, I'd be terrified.
I'd dump it.
I would be terrified. This, I wouldn't. I'm going to say this to myself because I'm not an official financial advisor. I do not recommend holding VeChain for myself. I'll put it that way.
There.
Carlos, it's Carlos. Your thoughts on Spell? What's a good buy-in? Let's see. I've looked at Spell once before. Let's go to it. We're just sleuthing the blockchain. We're going over on time.
Do I not?
You know what? Whatever. Spell. I always have so much to say. I like come in here. I'm like, do I have enough to say?
and then we end up going over for like 30 minutes, and it's great.
I know you love it. All the things that we've got you doing.
Exactly.
Now, Spell tokens up by 1% on the day. Wow. On the year, looking pretty great. All time, a lot of work to do.
Jesus.
So its total supply is at 196 bill. You got 156 bill out. So most of it is out, but there is still some to come out. Inflationary pressures have not really jacked with it too much. Spell token, it is from 2021. It released right before the bull market, caught the winds just perfectly, pumped up to about 3.3 cents from a fraction of a cent. So lots of money was made when this thing was, because it released, like, this is essentially like a coin releasing now.
Yeah.
Right before like the giga bull market of 2025. This is the same, like, we're going to see projects like this. Like this, I'll bet you Plume is going to look like this.
I guarantee it.
I bet you Plume is going to go batshit crazy and then just, that's what happens. But now people are speculating on Spell, as I can see, someone in the crowd. Man, on the year, I mean, it does not look too bad. You would have thought like this pump was like, that was the exit pump for people that have been like psycho handing this thing.
Yeah. But
it's getting a secondary pump here. So I don't really hate this. If I was looking at this from like, there's an extremely high risk situation here. Let's just clear that out. But it is tied in. I think this was hooked in with like Sam Bankman-Fried back in the time, but we discounted. We're like, everyone's like, no, they would never bring FTX back. Look what's happening.
You're bringing FTX back.
They're bringing FTX back. So yeah, Crypto Cody bringing it up. Extremely high risk, very, very high reward if this thing plays out. This is a $267 million market cap. I wouldn't be allocating too much into this. It is, it's based on Ethereum. I'd imagine you'd be able to get it probably on base as well. But let's see where the market's at. Where's it being sold? It's on Coinbase.
Okay.
Probably been on there for some time. Binance, SushiSwap. It's on all the bigs. It's on all the bigs. But the thing that I don't really get I don't see Spell come up in like the narrative token. It's obscure DeFi. Talk about being a token for Axie Infinity. Really don't think I'm going to be messing with gaming stuff that much. I really, I think Spell token, like, you might get a little bit of juice, but if you're getting in on this project expecting it to accomplish 3 cents again, you're going to be sorely mistaken. What you'll find is that once it hits this local shelf of 0.0046, fraction of a penny, you're going to have a lot of people getting the hell out of it. That's what's going to happen. So,
you are banned!
Came out of nowhere. What happened?
Pat McCrotch said it was a great time. How is Hawk2 token doing?
Hawk2?
Yeah, how's that token doing? So
let's look at it.
I banned him. No, we don't look at it. We banned him for a reason.
What?
No, fuck that token. I don't give a shit.
Well, we know it's zero. I mean, it's not zero, right?
But it's close to zero.
It's close. Yeah. So you're gonna have a lot of people that are down bad.
And that was your dad too. I'm sorry.
Was it my dad?
Yep.
You just banned my dad?
My bad.
Oh my god, bro. Whatever. All right. I love you, Dad. Now, here's a list of Murad's Supercycle coins and where they're at right now. If you bought Murad's list of Supercycle coins 3 months ago and held, you would be currently down 85%. Meme coin Supercycle, my ass. Now you have Max Payne and Retardio, Noob, Ponky, Michi, Daddy, Epic, Harambe. Man, they got to bring Harambe back for the culture. Supercycle, Popcat, Aurora, Mother. This is Iggy's butt. Billy, Glorp. I mean, who the fuck is buying these things and holding these things long term is my question. It's so crazy that people were convinced that these were gonna like just keep sending. You deserve what you get. If you think that these coins are gonna keep sending and then they're not just like a few weeks of play, you deserve that. I mean, honestly, they literally are telling you like we get in and out of things overnight. Like you see all the insiders, like I just showed you, they get into these things on an insider club basis. They take a screenshot of their big win. Then you or me or whoever is seeing it the next day, hammer into it and get wrecked. That's what happens. So please, for the love of God, use some discernment out there, because Crypto KOL Must Stop Murad is reportedly upset that Lily Phillips is claiming she stole his idea after fucking thousands of men online within a single.
I thought that was Harry Sisson's idea.
So that's what's going on right there. Murad did his meme coin TED Talks. Yeah, it's just so insane. Jupiter Exchange acquired Moonshot, though. It's things that matter on Solana. Jupiter acquired Moonshot. The platform has processed $400 million in a 12-hour period during the Trump token launch. 200,000 users onboarded in a single day through Moonshot. And you're damn right, they're going to be buying more through that avenue. So very, very good move for Jupiter to acquire Moonshot. Jupiter's a great Solana play. Like if you're looking for Solana auxiliaries, you know Solana is going to be great. The plays are in the auxiliaries, the Jupiter, the Radium, the Orca, the Drift protocols. All of these things that are on the ecosystem of Solana are going to do great. And Solana's probably, in my opinion, I feel very comfortable saying that it's going to double in the term of this bull market. Now, if it hits $1,000, that's obtainable, but that's quite a move in terms of market cap from there. So yeah, Jupiter is a great, great auxiliary to Solana, in my opinion. Me and Isaac both hold it. DJT, this thing was absolutely crazy. So last night, this post came out, and it looked like it was from Donald Trump, the actual account. A lot of people took this, oh my God, Donald Trump is dropping another meme coin, right? Wrong. This guy cleared it up very, very quickly and reposted it to keep the people safe out there. DJT, the token, is a farm and a rug. They managed to get a bit.ly link Trump had used to post in 2013. Save your money. Let's just make sure we were correct about this and warning people about this, because it came quick. A lot of people speculated on it, and a lot of people were sure that it was Trump's next big meme coin. And here's what happened. Look at that. So you can assume pain. You can, just be careful about it. But people bought this. They thought it was real. Now it's down to a $76,000 market cap with a liquidity pool of $55,000. So that's great. CTO, anyone? No, probably shouldn't. Now, what do we got here? Diggles. Questions in the Discord. Is this real? I did get confirmation. Yes, it is real. Dagnum PI posted this Diggles on Solana, and I was shocked. But they're out there creating meme coins again. I do got to go look at the chart. So this is from Dagnum's website, his Twitter. It's up 600%, but it's only at a $40,000 market cap. So actually,
I'm gonna hammer buy this one for fun.
Half of it's in liquidity. It's legit. Diggles confirmed it. And it's not even a $100,000 market cap. Are you kidding me? Right?
Shit.
I know.
I'm about to throw all my capital that I don't have into this coin.
Oh my God. It's just, when can we stop making new coins and just make the ones that we've already got work? Maybe.
Please.
Is that too much to ask?
Yes.
It is. It feels like what are we coming up with? Like 20, 30,000 coins every day? Like, I can't. Hey, my dad's back. I can't believe you banned my dad.
See, I just saw Hawk Tool coin, and that was it for me. Okay. I didn't look at the name.
Oh my God. He's reformed.
Good.
Back but humbled. Now, the last thing we got to cover here on today. The United Nations. Are they working with Constellation?
Seems like it.
United Nations Internet Governance Forum, IGF, joins the National DigiFoundry. DigiFoundry is very, very intertwined with Constellation and the Metagraph and all the testing with the Treasury. Here in the United States, the IGF is a global multi-stakeholder platform under the United Nations framework, establishing to facilitate the discussions on the public policy issues related to the internet. But guess what? United Nations is going to move much slower than the United States. So it's great that they're talking about this more so. I'm only interested in what the United States, Russia, and China are doing, because the United Nations has their thumb up their ass. And honestly, I'm not interested, because they're not going to do anything tangibly for until this bull market's done. Like if we're looking at projects that are going to be integrated into the European financial sector, we got to really think about next cycle. So with that being said, it's been a hell of a show. Let me get that hoodie though, XL. I'll take 2 real talk. Is he gonna go buy? Oh. Isaac,
kick that octopus shit out of my chat, motherfuckers.
Oh, dude, they're gonna start buying a bunch of hit merch, and you're gonna be too busy to. Brianna,
you have a new job.
You have a new job. Okay, people are gonna start buying these sweatshirts to spite Isaac, and you got to be the one that's customers care. You're gonna be it. I believe in you, and we're gonna send you to the store to ship one out after this show here. So it's going to be huge. I appreciate every single one of you for joining us on the show. Fade and Trad 5 at Crypto Sack, Nasty Sufficient Enough, Catch Them All, Laserface, Mr. Mark, Crypto Cody, Hatton McCrotch, Sheck on the Wanna Bob, Morgan Powell, Deanna Gang, Bad Fox, Rich J, Nate 707, Green Day Profits. Thanks for keeping the world safe out there, dude. Very much appreciate what you do in the real world. Blasnik, Crypto Naughty, and all the rest. Kyle Watts, Papa Guth, Corey. We will see you tomorrow with more chaos, probably some more Insider Cabal meme coin rugs to cover. And with that being said, I'll bid you goodbye.